Cowboys. You gotta really, these are high level cowboy bankers from out west that landed from outer space to out west. Cowboys, space cowboys. What you are all experiencing right now, this is a depression. You think that whatever you're spending right now is your wealth? Think again. No way in God's heaven are you spending your wealth if it is not silver, gold, or your own currency that is made from your own printing press or engravers. If it's not made from that, then the IRS Cowboys are scamming you. Anybody, please, if you ever got anything out of the IRS, not a W-2, because anybody can get a W-2 of their labor. We're talking about trusts, banks that you have set up in the IRS. Have you ever gotten anything out of it, money transferred out of it into where you can actually physically use it to buy what you need to buy for goods and services on the land? And I know there's really nobody that will ever come forward and say they've gotten this from the IRS. And if they do, they're lying. Why can't they ever spend it? You know, if it's truly yours, then you should be able to do whatever you choose to do with the credits. Why is somebody telling you don't spend it as soon as you take it out and turn it into cash or whatever? They're going to come after you. It's my money, motherfucker. I should be able to do whatever I want to do with whatever I transferred out of one account and a third-party collector that was created to rob you and your treasury and block you from your treasury. Okay, the IRS has been hijacked. It's been hijacked since 1826. What was it before then? You have to go and study. But it was a true IRS for the people on the land. The people that have not been on the land are the ones that cannot access the treasury that was on the land. Anything that's out at sea is up for grabs for anybody who chooses to take it. The IRS has planted their sea feet onto our land. 5 fingers, 5 toes is our land. A pirate that has come from sea, pillaging and robbing and stealing because they have no account on the land. The people that were born on the land have a certificate of the land from where they are from. The IRS are cowboys and they're pirates. They're stealing your wealth. We go through it every day. Those who are getting tax returns held for 2 and 3 years, because 3 years you have now acquiesced your tax return and they can take it legally and lawfully. So the IRS, I don't know what to say, but they're cowboys and they're magicians on other level. When you read the paperwork and you see what it's all about, you have to know what the fuck you are doing on your paperwork. If you don't, you will get railroaded and robbed, because that's what cowboys do. Okay? They put blame on other people. That's what bankers and cowboys do. Now, you have some bankers who are, get down with it honestly. Then you have the other ones who are the third party, the in between of we and the Treasury, who have blocked you from your Treasury, IRS Cowboys. The people that sign up to work with these people have taken an oath of office. They all have an oath of office when dealing with public wealth and financial accounts. So, if you go back, go order your transcript, see where all your transcripts have been already done and where the refunds are. Where's the money? Everybody has some type of money in the IRS. Okay, how are they paying employees? Or for your W-2s, taxes? You better really think about it. How are they paying IRS workers? Okay, think about it. When you're done thinking with that, you come up with your little conclusion, you're going to see what's really going on. It's all fictitious bankrupts on a piece of paper sending you a message to keep you in fear that the IRS is a big boogeyman that's going to come and take everything. You better take everything from it. You have to stand up to who's ever bullying you. Okay? It's really hard sometimes, but sometimes you will have to stand up to it. And, they try to cripple you. They'll try to do anything. They'll try to run you off roads. They'll be fucking try to zap you with fucking lasers. Even them little lasers that you can carry around in your hand and zap motherfuckers. Anything. They don't play fair. Whenever your money is due, they keep putting days on when they're going to pay you because they're never going to pay you. They have nothing to pay you with. They'll try to say that it's frivolous on your part, which is probably not frivolous. You have to do your tax injunctions. You have to do whatever you have to do dealing with the IRS because they're crooks. How a crook's going to balance the books for humanity when they themselves are crooks stealing from the people who are rightfully have the rights and the birthright to the land through a certificate called the BC. And it states it right there on your certificate, the number that you have, your lot. That is everything. That's your land. That certificate number, that's everything. It's your shares, it's whatever. You can tap into it. 966 form in the IRS. Tap into it. Raise your credit score. The IRS is holding people's money, and if you keep acquiescing on it, they're going to keep bullying you. 3949A. You want to take them and have them investigated? 3949A form does that. You don't have to put your name on it if you don't want to, but it's best that you do so that in the future, when you put your tax returns through, they leave you alone because you've already cleared the way and you have a clearance and your name has clearance and the vessel has clearance to go through, to go from land to sea at any given moment. And always the passway is open and the passport is open. The door is always open when you have to travel back and forth. So it is beyond anybody that has paperwork in the system and you've taken your proper steps then you should be with that Sesta KV 1666 Act, and you should have already notarized and authenticated it at the state and the county. And you should have already gathered and put that in with your paperwork that you have to send out to your indenture trustee, and gather all that information and start making your claim against that BC, because that is what is there. So, they'll start running. Puerto Rico is where you have to go. That's the biggest pirates on the planet, but you have to get your paperwork in there to do what you have to do. You have to retire the initial BC for anything to even start to take place, if that's the route that you choose to go. But if you don't, then there's other routes that you can take, but they still have control of that BC and you don't. So the best route to take is to control that BC in your court. The IRS are cowboys and they're thieves. They will let you acquiesce forever, and they'll steal your shit with a 1099-A and then put a C on it and cancel their own debt and give you the debt. Somewhere along the line, they'll give you a debt. Okay? So you have to stand up for yourself, because at this point in the game, if anybody's standing up for you, you have to pay them, because time is money and money is time. And the people that are standing up for you have to stand up for themselves also. So if one has fought and stood up for themselves, then yes, they can stand up and take payment and fight for somebody else. Because if that's what another person wants to do, then that's what they do. And if you choose to have that contract with that person and they're paying you to do it, so be it. That's your private contract with someone else for goods and services that you do. So, you can say what you want at this level of the game, in time, out of time. It doesn't really matter what time it is. We are fast forward. We have went up an hour. They're fucking with your circadian rhythm of the body and your mind. So you have to switch shit on and start to refocus. Now it's ahead, when in actuality, it's really backwards. Anything they do forward, it's really backwards. When it's backwards, it's forward. But that's the game that cowboys play in the IRS. It's a damn shame that you have to UCC somebody. If they're fucking competent, how does a commissioner have that job as commissioner for the IRS, but is holding your funds from you, when you have transcripts that clearly show that there's a tax return due and it has been held almost 3 years, and they just keep sending you notices? Give us 30 days, give us 60 days, give us 90 days. They'll keep sending you that notice in a year, because they'll keep hanging it on. When it hits a 3-year mark for them, you'll never hear the notice again. The debt is going to either disappear or they'll send it back to you as you owe it, because they've collected it on the other side of their book ledger and they're gone. Now you have to prove that you don't owe something that was already owed to you from a tax transcript that has now expired. And they'll say they sent the money. They never sent the money. There's no track of it, because when you go to your bank is going to be in cahoots with the IRS, who's already paid them off, to say the same thing. They never received a tax return. So now you have two companies that said they never received a tax return that has come from labor that someone has created that two other companies now have stolen from you. Foreign companies, the bank that you bank with, and the third party IRS, that's the go-between between the Treasury and you. All of them are in cahoots and they're stealing your fucking money right in front of your face. They don't even give a shit because you're labeled incompetent to them. And they look at you as no standing army. They're going to bully you as much as they can. God is definitely coming after all those motherfuckers straight up. You cannot hide from the evil shit that you're doing to people right now. All those people that have tax returns that they have not received and it's going on the third year, you better start putting in for your shit now. You better start putting in 3949As on them before 3 years is up, because in the third year, it's gone. It's no longer yours. You forfeited it, and it's a law on book. Go read their laws. Go read their codes. That's what they operate on, a 3-year motherfucking code. If you don't pick it up or claim it in 3 years, it's up for grabs, and a pirate can come and pick it up. And that's what the IRS turns into, a pirate at fucking sea. So the game is dirty. You're getting into bed with niggas that don't care about nothing. They don't care about life. All they want to do is take you down, see you into the grave so that they can snatch your fucking estate and do what they will with it. That's what they do. You can go and study death and funerals. You'll see what the mortician does with the body. On a black market, they're selling body parts. Okay? You think that somebody was cremated? Nobody was cremated. Look at the fucking stupid looking bones they give you in an urn that anybody can make those bones up and throw them in an urn and say, this is your pass away person, your dead person. Here they are. This is your urn. That's not even them. They done chopped their body part up, sold their body parts, whatever best body part they had on them, they got $1 million for it. Believe that shit. So, every money is found in everything that you do. You can chop up a body and get money for it. You can go dig up some dirt and take that in and get money for it. If it's all based on your teaching, what you know, and how you're going to play the game. So, me personally, all I can do is fight for what I have to fight for and get through like everybody else that's owed to them and the IRS. And it's a goddamn shame. Why would the IRS even hire a company to be the middleman? Because they needed somebody to block and stop you from obtaining your wealth that is truly yours already with that birth certificate and that social. The social was also created to steal the BC money. Okay, go into your social security account, open that bitch up. Because that is the more to me, is the social security account. It tells you from day one, as soon as you was born, there was a bond created. It was money already. Just by you being born, how much was you weighed at birth was your goal times 200. Trump shows you that shit in his UCC in California, how to do your weight in gold. Trump also shows you some shit on how to trade your businesses and get paid from all your businesses on his UCC in New York. Trump has a UCC in New York on his very first business. So You need to go check that out, because that's the shit you should be studying instead of studying gurus that ain't teaching you nothing. None of them are teaching you anything. Because if they was, believe that shit, none of us would be right here right now. Reason why I'm here right now, I have a private bankers class that is damn sure setting all the motherfuckers straight right the fuck now. Private bankers class 407-300-5377. You want to get your shit straight now? Take this class and it's a done deal. So, my people, United States Private Enterprise Free State, give us a call. Hop into that private bankers class. We got you covered. 407-300-5377. I'm out.